Jeff Schwartz just hanging up. You heard in his commentary a couple of shots, passive-aggressive shots, or just full-on aggressive shots towards Joe Judge?
Full-on aggressive.
Well, I mean, just he's tweeting like maybe he's going to make him run laps, that he's the attention to detail guy and threw a challenge flag on a scoring play, and they told him to pick it up. We're challenging it anyway, but that's a timeout. Cost his team a timeout to challenge a play that was going to be challenged. Would you think somebody who's details-oriented and buttoned up and situationally brilliant and knows how to get his guys attuned to that sort of thing should know that himself? That was week 1 of year 2, and then game 2 of year 2. There's a special teams hold on a punt. There's a special teams offsides that cost them the game, essentially. There are so many other mistakes that cost them the game. I know how football is. It's not just one play, not just one guy. Play better than the ref's ref, all that business. But that's the difference. That's what happens when you get someone from the Belichick coaching tree. You're expecting them to come out of the box as polished and as situationally brilliant and ready for everything as Belichick is. Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't work that way.
Not everybody's Bill.
Now, Vrabel is thought of being on the Belichick coaching tree. He is not. He's on the Bill O'Brien coaching tree, which is, I guess, on the Belichick coaching tree, I guess, is eventually as a branch of some sort. Vrabel didn't get his coaching start from Bill.
Vrabel was the linebackers coach at Ohio State, I think,
as well.
Before he went to Tennessee.
Right, and so, but he's from the Belichick mold, supposedly, because he played for Bill.
Right.
But you're talking about his assistants that go somewhere else. And, from Patricia, whose successor is joining us shortly, to Mangini, to McDaniels, where he went to Denver and he drafts Tim Tebow and gets the gate and then takes a job in Indianapolis and then bails at the last minute. I mean, the only and this works. This works. Nick Saban.
Yeah,
that works. The greatest college coach, the Belichick of college coaching.
Yeah.
That works.
That was also,
but it's,
almost 30 years ago.
In his football life, the Nick Saban football life's coming up next week on NFL Network.
To your point, it was Bill Barnwell had the funny tweet last night. He said, "Imagine how undisciplined the Giants would be if Joe Judge wasn't a stickler."
That's the whole point.
Right.
Yes. The issue is for all of these Belichick acolytes, or that you get them, you take them from Bill, that I have seen personally. Again, I know I keep referring to, those 2 days I spent in Bill's presence, but I did, and I saw, and I gathered as much information as I possibly could on just what makes it all work, right? Mm-hmm. What could I glean to what makes this work for Bill? And your answer's Tom Brady makes it work. Well, that was a hell of a marriage. It was a hell of a marriage. It was a hell of a marriage. In the same way that, Pete Carroll is chafing at the let Russ cook moniker because it implies he's the one who's turning the gas off in the kitchen.
Right.
He's the one who refuses to let Russ cook. Who's the one who let Russ cook to begin with? I know Schneider drafted him, but the coach is the one who's like, yeah, I'm going to start him. I'm going to see what he does in practice in the film room. I'm going to start him. Even though we just signed a guy in free agency and we already had a veteran on the staff. I'm going to start him. Belichick's the one who told Brady, we're sticking with you once Bledsoe came back healthy. He could have gone and said, yeah, I'm going back to my veteran. In the same way Anthony Lynn was already downplaying Justin Herbert's first start in favor of Tyrod Taylor, who is showing he's got an opportunity here in Houston. Doesn't need to look over his shoulder. Keeps playing like that. Davis Mills is going to have his ass nailed to the bench.
No, they're going to beat the Browns this weekend.
That's what you keep saying. But the difference is, it's still a first-time experience for Joe Judge. And he could say that I saw Bill do this and I saw Bill do that. But Bill's like, I saw Marcia Broda do this. I saw Parcells do that. And I was there when Jerry Rice did this. And I was there when we told Lawrence Taylor to do that. And I was there with my dad. I was there watching Johnny U. I was there snapping to Johnny U at his camp. Like Belichick has 40 years of institutional knowledge that he has the ability to continue to he's kind of like got a Rolodex in his head. Oh, that moment I had and I was privy to back in 1979. I'll just pull that out right here and tell the guys about it on Wednesday. And guess what happens Sunday? The same exact thing he warned them about on Wednesday. Or guess what happens 3 Sundays later? What he warned them about on that Thursday. Not everybody's got that. And as long as Joe Judge does not win, it'll be like, yeah, such a stickler. They all jump off sides. Yeah, Matt Patricia, you and your pencil, great. That's great. You didn't win. The minute they win, though, it'll be like, yeah, good thing we took Belichick's guy.
Yeah, learn from Bill.
Difference between winning and losing. Yeah. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.